Welcome back to our podcast. Today, we're diving into an epic tale from the Arab-Byzantine Wars, the first siege of Constantinople from 674 to 678. Now, this wasn't just any battle. It was a clash of titans that shaped the course of history in Europe and the Middle East.
Absolutely. The siege itself marked the culmination of the Umayyad Caliphate's moves towards expansion. Led by Caliph Mu'awiya I, this prolonged engagement was a serious attempt to capture the Byzantine capital, Constantinople, which was then the nerve center of the Byzantine Empire.
It's fascinating how strategic these campaigns were, They didn't just rush in. The Arabs methodically secured bases along the coasts, setting up a loose blockade around the city. They even used the peninsula of Cyzicus as a winter base right at Constantinople's doorstep.
Right? And what's remarkable is how the Byzantines responded. Under Emperor Constantine IV, they used a secret weapon, Greek fire, this incendiary substance they deployed using siphons from their ships. It was a game changer, effectively turning the tide of events.
Greek fire. Sounds almost mythical. The siege not only tested military strategies, but had broader implications. It was a significant achievement for the Byzantines, stalling Arab expansion and allowing a temporary period of stability and consolidation for the empire.
Exactly. The victory resonated far and wide, even reaching as far as China and leaving a mark on subsequent legends in the Islamic world. Interestingly, these legends are often conflated with earlier or later events, sometimes blurring historical accuracy.
There seems to be some disagreement about the specifics of the siege, though. Some modern historians question the traditional timeline and details based on discrepancies with Arabic and Syriac sources. What's your take on that?
Well, it's true that the historical narrative is complex. Scholars like James Howard Johnston have reevaluated these events, suggesting that what's been accepted might mix actual history with later interpolations based on other sieges, such as the one from 717 to 718.
So the lines between history and legend get blurred over time. It's incredible to think about how these events trickled down into various cultures. For instance, stories about Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, who died during the siege, became a part of Islamic tradition.
His legacy lives on. His tomb was reportedly venerated by Byzantines and later by the Ottoman sultans. It's fascinating how history, myth, and religious narratives intertwine, influencing cultural traditions for centuries.
And considering all that, what do you think is the key takeaway from this episode of history?
I think it's the reminder of how pivotal Constantinople was in medieval geopolitics. The city's survival against numerous sieges maintained a balance of power, which had far-reaching consequences for both Europe and the Islamic world.
Absolutely. And it's a lesson in resilience and innovation, how a single city's steadfastness and ingenuity managed to fend off a potent threat. This conversation has been a deep dive into a truly epic narrative. Thanks for sharing your insights.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to explore how these historical narratives continue to shape our understanding of the world today.